Hello, I'm Dr. Vineetha Shetty. Today we are here to discuss about retroperitoneal dissection in gynecological endoscopic procedures. The surgery is performed by Dr. Swapnil sir at Saidham Hospital, Rahuri. Retroperitoneal dissection in gynecology involves exposing the spaces behind the pelvic peritoneum to identify, isolate and protect vital structures like ureter and major iliac vessels. Clinical indications to perform this procedure includes during gynecological oncological procedure like routine dissection of pelvic and para-aortic lymph node chains for staging of cancers of the endometrium, cervix and ovary. In surgeries which includes deep infiltrating endometriosis to free involved organs like bowel and bladder and safely remove endometriotic tissues. For hemorrhagic control, like to access and ligate internal iliac artery or its branches during cases of severe pelvic bleeding, including postpartum hemorrhage. Now let us look at the procedure, how it is done. First and foremost, you need to identify the round ligament, the IP ligament and external iliac vessels. You see this forms a triangle which is bound anteromedially by the round ligament, posteromedially by the IP ligament and laterally by the external iliac vessels. So you start to open the peritoneum from the IP ligament, almost from the middle of the IP ligament, and you incise the peritoneum parallel to the IP ligament. So once the peritoneum is incised, the further dissection happens by blunt dissection. So you move your instrument in a longitudinal way and you do the dissection by opening up the prongs of your instrument. Certain tissues are cut using the bipolar. So what we see here is we are slowly dissecting into the space to identify the structures within this space, that is the ureter and the internal iliac artery, mainly the anterior division of the internal iliac artery and the uterine artery at its origin. So first and foremost, our priority would be to identify the ureter. So how do we do that? We try to use a atraumatic grasper and we push the ureter medially. When we do that, you can see a white glistening structure with a network of capillary on its surface, and that is your ureter. Characteristically, you can appreciate the peristaltic movement of the ureter. This is how you identify ureter. Once you have identified the ureter, you will medialize the ureter with the atraumatic grasper, and then we have to dissect further to identify the internal iliac artery branches. So what we are seeing here is the anterior division. The first medial branch of the anterior division of the internal iliac artery is the uterine artery. So once we have identified it, try to free up the space so that we can coagulate the uterine artery at its origin. In few obstetric emergencies, we might also have to coagulate the anterior division of the internal iliac artery as well. Remember, this helps in acute control of bleeding, but the vascularity of the tissue is maintained by collateral formation later on in the body. So there is no long-term damage by doing this procedure. We can do this retroperitoneal dissection and ligation, coagulation of the uterine artery at its origin routinely before any complex hysterectomies, because that is going to reduce a significant amount of bleeding during the procedure. So what we are doing is we are trying to identify the space below the level of this uterine artery. We can see the obturator now at the base. So during pelvic lymph node dissection, approaching this space is very important because we have to remove the lymph nodes from this space. Okay, now we are coming back to the anterior division of the uterine artery, anterior division of the internal iliac artery. We are coagulating the anterior division and also the first medial branch, that is the uterine artery. Thank you very much.